I'm hoping to see a team, hopefully the Bills, come up with something really outrageously awesome. Something that just makes everybody say, this is spectacular. What is up, Bills Mafia? We have 207 days to go until the Buffalo Bills win Super Bowl 57. And this channel is documenting every single day leading up to that amazing moment with a video. Well, there's a lot of chatter online about alternate uniforms that NFL teams are going to be going with this season. The Carolina Panthers came out with their alternate look. A lot of people are impressed. A lot of people are like, oh man, this is hot. I, for one, am not that impressed. I'm not saying it doesn't look good. It does look good. But for the most part, what they did is just they changed to the color black. That's all it is. I mean, they just have their old logo on a black helmet. Again, it looks pretty good. It looks very good. But it just isn't, to me, that original. And a lot of Bills fans are now jumping online, especially Twitter, and they're posting pictures that they have photoshopped of Bills players, mostly Josh Allen, running around in a red helmet. And there's one that actually does look pretty good. It's a red helmet with the red uniform, the color rush. And I got to admit, that one looks pretty sharp. But for me, it's just changing the color of the helmet back to red, right? Now, teams are allowed to go to an alternate uniform look, an alternate helmet style. And I don't know what the restrictions are by the NFL. I know that the NFL can be very restrictive on what NFL teams can do. You know, they do call it the no fun league, but NFL, the no fun league. But if teams have the freedom to come up with just something wild and crazy and cool, I'm hoping to see a team, hopefully the Bills, come up with something really outrageously awesome. Something that just makes everybody say, this is spectacular. It doesn't have to be the Bills logo. They can incorporate a lot of things onto the helmet. Maybe the city of Buffalo or whatever. I had a video a couple months ago about possible alternate helmets that the Bills could have. And even online, I don't particularly like a lot of the things that people came up with. Like, I just wish I had some control over it. I wish I worked for the Buffalo Bills, specifically in their designing department. So I could just say, hey, yo, what we need to do is we need to come up with a look like a lot of these college teams come up with. I mean, they just knock some of these helmets out of the park with their originality and the creativity of the helmet. And I just know that there's not going to be any NFL team that is going to step over that line of creativity and just really make a lot of people go, wow, this is wild. But the college teams that I think of most particular is Oregon and Maryland. Like, they came up with these helmets that just looked really sharp. They were really innovative and captured so much more than just changing the color of their helmets. And that's what, again, so many teams are doing. Like the Bengals are going, I think, to a white helmet with black stripes. I mean, they're just changing their helmet to white. Not that it's not cool. It is cool. I think that change is good. But if the Bills do this and they just go to the red helmet, I am really going to hate that. I'm going to hate that for a couple reasons. Number one, I never liked the red helmets to begin with. And if you remember the reason why they changed to the red helmets, unless it's a legend, but I believe it's because Joe Ferguson was colorblind. So they changed to the helmets to help him see his receivers downfield. And if you remember hearing that, comment below and tell me. So if they go back to the red helmets, number one, I won't like it because I just didn't like them to begin with, because you have the red stripe on a red helmet. That seems to clash a little bit. But number two, there's too many memories tied in to those red helmets that I don't particularly like. Obviously, the 4 Super Bowls, Music City Miracle, and just some really bad football from the Bills in the 2000s. I don't want the Bills to go with an alternate helmet that's just red. Again, I like the color rush look. I'm not going to complain about that. That would look pretty sweet. But I want the Bills, and I know they won't. I know no NFL team is going to step it up and really knock it out of the park. I always say, go big or go home. That's how I feel. But if a team, and it's Buffalo, goes wild and makes a helmet design that is just outrageously cool, where people say, dang, this team knows what they're doing when it comes to marketing, right? I'd just be so happy. Unfortunately, I have very little to no hope that any NFL team, let alone the Bills, will do that. And that's a shame. That's a shame because, again, these college teams, they just crush it. They absolutely crush it. So I'd like to hear from you. Are you just okay with just changing the color of the helmet? If so, great. All right. So you're just not that, you don't care as much, I guess, as I do, which is good because you're probably healthier than me. But I'd like to know, so comment below. See you tomorrow.